Let's go.
What's up, YouTube? Hello, and thank you once again for tuning into the
Mobility
Mobility Show.
Bros.
I'm Coach Cliff with Ron Hilton, sports massage therapist expert. Together, we're the go-to source for human performance and wellness. Human mobility, we talk about athletic mindset, pain reduction and pain management, the thoughts and practices of our practitioners, and the mindset of our clients and members. We bring real stories and accountability insights by interviewing influencers, fitness professionals, athletes, and we cover everything wellness. Um, Love for you to subscribe if you like what you see. Join us on our journey for better movement, better performance, and better living. Thank you
Yes,
so much
sir.
for tuning into the Mobility Bros. Before we get started, we always do this in the top. If you want to skip, it's only going to take about 2 minutes or less, but we want to thank our sponsors. A huge thank you to Be Legendary Athletic Apparel. Gear up with the best in athletic wear that is directly supporting Ron, who's the creator, the mindset, the genius behind it. It's created by athletes and experts for athletes and experts. So please go ahead, check the link in the description and check that out. We also want to thank Fitness Essentials, your foundation in health and fitness performance. If you're looking for personal training, one-on-one, small group, online, or even in person, Fitness Essentials is an amazing place to go. I'm one of the head coaches and CEOs of Fitness Essentials, so I appreciate you supporting me through that. But there's also so much going on with Fitness Essentials that we share a little bit about what we're doing every day on the show. So check us out. Stay tuned for more if you want to hear more about that, or check out the description below. And our adorable pet friend, Pawfik Supplies. That's Pawfik Supplies with a YS at the end because they're adorable. And if you are a pet lover and a fitness and wellness person, we want you to take care of your pets and give them the best tools possible. There's beds, there's toys, there's all sorts of great things for cats, dogs, lizards, birds, chicken coops, all sorts of things. So please go check those things out. Support us any way you want and any way you can. Like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. And today, I got Ron here. We've been watching a ton of content that's been created over the years. We've also started creating content back in 2021. As you know, if you joined us, we're moving into our 60th episodes. We're pushing our way to 60. Um, and we see a lot of stuff. We see a lot of people doing things right and wrong. We were going to talk about a topic like butt wing today. But I asked Ron, I said, hey, listen, there's something viral happening about morning routines. Okay. If you know what I'm talking about, stay tuned. I'm going to share the clip. It's about a minute and 30 seconds long, maybe 2 minutes and 40 seconds max. And I want to get Ron's full reaction on morning routine. So before I go any further, Ron, how are you today, man? You're looking clean. I like the shape up. Hat looks great. Woo, you looking really clean, brother. Yeah.
Dude.
Talk to
Listen,
me about how you doing.
all that look, when I get my horseshoe going, it feels all like nice and warm, and I shave it off, it gets nice and cold. I gotta put my Scully back on, dude. I'm doing good, man. Doing good, man. Ready to get to this episode. And I think Cliff is surprising me, right? I love surprises. He pulled up a video and he I don't know what's gonna happen. So, but which is pretty cool, right? So I'm gonna be excited to see what that is. So I'm a believer of morning routines. I'm a strong believer. I have one myself. I'm pretty sure Cliff has one too.
I do. I have a morning routine. I have to perfect it in a funny way because I find that I have an ideal morning routine, something that I aspire to do every morning, get up at 5:15, 5 to 15 to 5:40, silence, just sitting with God, sitting in space, listening, being present with myself, allowing myself to come down. I don't necessarily feel like I want to touch a device and look into a device, right? Then, going into 5:30, 6:30, get to the gym, get to the gym that I'm a member of, get to my own gym and exercise and take that time, right? Or work out in my home gym or put a nice exercise yoga video on, something to motivate me to move earlier before anyone wakes up. Then make a nice breakfast, healthy breakfast as I get up, brush my teeth, wake my kid up for school by 7:30. So he's up and energized. He doesn't get the bus till about 8:45, so it gives him time to wake up. And so now we start our morning routine. The wife gets up out of bed, prepare for work. We're all together. We're sitting at the table for a wonderful breakfast. After breakfast, the kid goes. I go for a mile run. You know, doing all that stuff. Like I have a wonderful idea of what I would like my morning routine to be. But there's times where it's get up, get rushed to a client because I woke up only with 50 minutes to get ready when I should have had an hour and a half to get ready. So I wake up, brush my teeth, jump in the shower, rush to a client, half asleep, half awake, cup of coffee, or well, I don't drink coffee, but a cup of tea in my hand, you know, trying to deliver the best that I can. But am I really present? Am I still aware? Jump on ChatGPT. Hey, remind me of what my client did last week. All right, let's put a workout together. All this manic stuff, right? Grabbing my phone, checking 70 emails, checking the consulting team in the Philippines. All this stuff is happening, and it's only 9:05, and I just got up at 9:08, like 9:02. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a realistic morning routine that I need to break, and I have an ideal morning routine, and I know you do too. So what's been going viral lately is this morning routine, and people are probably following us right now, knowing exactly the video. They've seen it 100 times. They might have even duplicated it on their own or made fun of it or whatever. But I don't think you've seen this because when I showed you a little first clip, you've never seen it, right?
I've never seen it. I was like, why does this dude got whole? Why does dude got KT tape on his mouth? Like, what's happening? Like, like wow, like he got KT tape
That
on
is
his.
the KTT.
Like he got the KT tape on his nose. Like, is he decompressing pain of his lips or something? What's happening? Like, what's
Yo,
going
it's
on,
it's
dude?
crazy, bro. It's crazy. So it's hilarious. It's crazy. It's viral. Good on him. This is not me making fun of this guy at all
Oh
whatsoever.
no, we're
I
gonna
don't
make fun of this guy. I'm sorry, dude. Like,
I don't know who he
look,
is.
we're
I'm
gonna be
not judging. I just love when people make interesting content because it's what we do, right? We are now in the place where we have to stand up and share our voices. People need to get to know us better. And this is a great way for them to know us beyond our brands, right? And so, all right, without further ado, let me share this bad boy with you. Okay. I'm going to share this bad boy with you. All right. Let's share it. Okay. Are we shared? Are we locked in?
I see
Like
him.
my
I
friend.
see a black Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Here we go. We're gonna watch and then we're gonna react. Okay. If you
Okay.
need me to pause at any time, just tell me to pause.
Nope, I'm gonna
I'll bring
watch it all the way through, bro. Let's go. That's for real KT tape. Okay. It looks like his mom picks up his glass. Okay. All right. Okay. Is he heading out to the gym? What's happening? Oh, he's promoting. Okay. That's what's happening.
All
Hey.
right, all right. So this is the viral phenomenon that has been going crazy. What you could see is that obviously he's now doubling down on his morning routine by liking people who are mimicking and subscribing to the morning routine. But what did you think about what you saw?
Um, I think I would want to know some more information on why is he taking KT tape and putting on over his mouth. Like what would be the purpose of that as far as like what does that do? I mean, KT tape is used to decompress pain, um, decrease inflammation, help increase blood flow, and skin glide during pain. And sometimes you get, and when you kineso tape, you can use a pre-tape when you don't even have any pain, just to help keep the body fluent. But at the same time, is at no point in my 3 kineso taping courses I've took, they tell you to KT tape up your mouth, right? And I can see maybe him doing the nose just to get, but that I mean, there's something else you use for your nose to get like the whiteheads. But as far as the morning routine, it just seems very unusual that him wiping the banana on his head. Like I don't know the um. I can see if you did avocado on your face. I don't know. I guess I mean, there's certain qualities, but I've never heard of taking banana and the skin and rubbing it all over your face to I don't know, energize it.
Keep
I
that
don't.
glow?
I have no idea. Like I would need more information about why this guy is so intense with his routine. Him dumping his face in ice water. I could see like him doing his whole body, but I don't know. I don't know. It just seems very odd. I mean, obviously he's a high level athlete. He looks like he's some type of track athlete based on how his movement patterns, and I've worked with Olympic track athletes, so a lot of the popping up and opening the hips, a lot of the movement patterns that he's doing for his warm up is very mimic of an Olympic athlete or a high level athlete. Um, so so yeah, I was curious if it was going to go into seeing what his workout routine was, but it didn't. It just showed him just
Yo, 1 minute.
all glistening, glistening. Like, dude, like, okay, was that what all he did when he went to the gym? Is just go in there? I don't know. So I don't know. It's just I just would like to have more information about some of the habits he did. I mean, like it looked like he had some other good habits. Like looked like he's reading his Bible. Looks like he was journaling. Looks uh like I said, he looks like he had a habit of like warming up and exercising. All the other stuff makes absolutely no sense. I don't. I think it's pretty irrelevant to his health, like what he's doing. Right, has
So
nothing.
why do you think it's so viral? Why do you think people are sharing it, liking it? Do you think they're just making fun of it? Do you think they wish they had a routine? Do you think that they're overwhelmed by what they're seeing and all the short
If
clips
I
and all
film
the four
myself
second?
KT taping up my mouth doing all this, I'm probably go viral too, dude. I tape up my eyebrows, KT tape. Look, literally wrap KT tape from my eyebrows to my back of my head, dude. Like
Like just a long strip like you do on a
long
hamstring?
ship, dude. Looking crazy. Like, why is he doing that for, right? There's always got to be, and here's the thing. I don't know that guy from a can of paint, but there's always a why behind why somebody did it. He may have heard or got some information on why he's doing certain things he's doing, or maybe he's created that out of some type of comfort to be a part of his morning routine as an athlete or part of his health. Don't know,
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. I mean, what is your take?
I think that it's viral one because I think people love watching people shirtless, whether they're in great shape or in bad shape. If you're online and your shirt's off, you tend to get more views than if you're covered up. I think it's just a thing with human attraction. So I think he understood that. I think the second thing with the whole KT tape on the mouth and the pulling it off, I think it's just like a what value, a shock value, similar to the ice water, dunking his head in ice. It's like wake up call. It's supposed to be refreshing. But we tend to just go into a cold shower for 5 minutes, go into an ice plunge. So it's kind of like doing that, getting that same kind of psychological, oh, it's like an ice plunge without actually doing the plunge, just getting your face wet. I think it was hilarious to see that at 4:01 he started his push-ups, and by 4:02 the bottle was broken and he was off to the next day, you know. But then there were some things that took longer that seemed like it wouldn't take as long.
Yeah.
Like you think that if you're doing a bunch of sets of push-ups in the morning and you're out there meditating, that it would take a longer period of time. So obviously he was just keeping the time going as a gimmick to keep you watching longer.
Right.
So
Right.
what I saw in that video was a bunch of little gimmicks to keep the viewer interested in what was coming next. And like you said, because some of it was okay, I could see this being a realistic routine, and some of it was all right, this is to play it up for social media. It really worked. And a lot of people jumped on it, you know. I think a morning routine does not have to be as complicated as his 4 o'clock to 9:30 routine.
No, it
Uh,
doesn't.
but I but I do think that if you have the ability to take that on and you're a morning person and not an evening person, I am very much an evening person. At 4 o'clock when he's starting his morning routine, I'm ending my day sometimes. You know what I mean? So I don't think you need to do that much, but I do think that there's a lot of time that you can take out of your day if you feel like you're the type of person that says, I have no time. I never have time. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. There's time in your day to do really productive stuff and even tape your mouth up with KT tape
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
shooting a video. You know what I mean? And getting it done. So
I,
that's
I
kind of my
listen to a lot
thought.
of Jim Rohn and Les Brown, and one of the things they have in common is says that everyone has the same 24 hours, right? So when it comes to morning routine, it doesn't have to be um, over the top. Like, my morning routine is get up at 7:30, 7:40 ish. I meditate. I go through some mantras and some things I say. I really create belief in what I'm doing, the things I'm doing, and I breathe. So I spend about 5-10 minutes on the edge of my bed. So I literally sit up on the edge of the bed before my feet hit the ground, and I do that, right? Because how you set your day first thing in the morning is how you're gonna go through how you're gonna go through it, right?
Yeah.
Once I do that, I get hydrated. I use a glass of water. I lay my clothes. I lay two sets of clothes out. I lay a set of clothes out for working out, and I lay a set of clothes out for my day. And then once I go through that, I get my clothes on for my workout. And then I have a whole stretching routine I do that I really don't change up very much in the morning. And then whatever I already have set Monday through Friday, whatever routine, what work I'm going to do. Sometimes it switches up, but for the most part, I do a workout, and that workout, Cliff, literally could be anywhere from 15 minutes to 50 minutes. It depends on what I'm doing and where I feel. Like this morning's workout was 20 minutes. I took 3 exercises. That's it. I did chest and back, and then I did a core exercise. Um, so yeah, and once I do that, I have my calendar. So this is my calendar, everyone, and my calendar tells me what I gotta do for the day, right? So I write everything down, and I write my calendar out every Sunday night for the entire week, right? So that dictates my routine for how I go through my day, how I work out, how I do business, how I work my clothing, do marketing and stuff like that. So your routine and how you do it's up to you, like and how you make it. If I had to say what a good routine is throughout your day, make sure you get a workout in, make sure you're eating properly, make sure you're getting going to bed at a reasonable time, getting sleep. So those things are just they are important. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I mean that video was very interesting. I think we live in a very what's the word, eccentric world now, where people are doing things just to get attention. And my question is, who is following him around with a camera from 4 something in the morning to like who is doing this in the background all day until he wakes up? like that. I don't
It's
do.
got to be a sugar baby. That's so. I think that all that was probably shot in from like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, maybe seven because it was a little dark out in the beginning. But that could easily be shot at night and then portrayed to be morning. So who knows how that was shot and if it was consistently shot from the morning to the evening or just edited really well, and you drop a number on it and everyone assumes that it's 9 o'clock, right? But agreed. I think a morning routine can be simple. I think an evening routine could be just as important as a morning routine, especially for someone like me who has a hard time shutting down in the evening. And I think planning your week out is essential if you're going to be better at time blocking, time management, and process mastery. Because if you want to really be able to process everything that you want to do, and you're doing multiple things. I'm running a business, I'm consulting, I'm running a pet store, I'm raising a family. I want to be a good husband, I want to be a good brother, I want to be a good son. And that's just the basic stuff, right? For me personally in my life, that's the everyday. I need to be able to time block it and manage it out well. And when I'm inefficient, it's because I'm exhausted. And when I'm exhausted, it's usually not because I had a very hard day or had to talk with a rough client or felt that, like, the world beat me up. I'm usually exhausted because of my own choices the night before, right? I stayed up too late. I hung out too long. I didn't do things that I felt like I should have done to prepare myself for the morning. Um, but that's something. This is something I'd like us to do a little bit more. There's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of great content, and there's a lot of iffy content. But there's a lot of people, younger generation, older generation, consuming stuff. I've had clients come to me with injuries because they followed a YouTube video of a workout that they thought they were had enough mobility to do. I've had clients that are in their 70s and 80s saying, "Oh, this is the best 10-minute bicep workout I've ever done, and these are what I'm doing." And I asked them, "What are you doing it for? Where's your growth?" And instead, I'm hearing that they have bicep tendon issues now. And so I feel like it's important for us to let's take a look at what's going on out there, what's being shared out
Yeah,
there. And as
I
mobility
agree.
grows,
I agree. It's kind of funny because my son now, he's 30. He decided that he wants to start working out again. So he comes to the house because it's a free membership.
yeah, and a professional coach.
Oh no, oh no, he doesn't use the professional coach. He uses professional YouTube.
Mm, mm. How do
So
you
I
feel
was
about it?
like, hey, I could write you up something. I get blah blah blah. He goes, ah, man, I was just on YouTube, man. I got this great work. I'm like, all right, YouTube University all day, bro.
Yeah, it's
So,
interesting because there's a lot of knowledge, but knowledge doesn't make you smart if you don't know how to use it. Just like questioning can make you smarter if you know what questions to ask a certain person.
right,
If you
right.
know the right question, you can get the answer you need that will change your life forever. But if you have no idea what the question is and you have the opportunity to ask a question, you're going to ask a half-assed question and you're never going to get the answer you want. You're just going to get satisfied that you were able to ask the question. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's the same thing with YouTube. YouTube has wonderful things on there. I've changed tires, I've fixed oil changes, I've figured out recipes, I've tried new recipes, I've found beautiful places to walk, I've seen beautiful scenery, I've learned about financial literacy, all sorts of things from YouTube content, right? But I've lost money because I thought a trade was going my way and it wasn't. I've seen people get injured from copying someone who is way fitter than them. I've seen people just self-esteem issues because of comparing and contrasting. Social media is very interesting. YouTube is just another social media platform. And so I always think it's important not to go all in on, oh, I my trainer is now my AI bot. Okay, cool. Is it able to correct your form? Is it watching what's happening and what type of
right, right.
program? What questions did you ask your AI to make sure you're getting the best workout possible for you as an individual? Because you may not have you may have asked it a very general question and it may be giving you general results. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with the morning routine. What are you doing for yourself that's really going to get you going and motivated? What time do you need? And what's realistic for you? And what is the small steps that you can take that can help build you up? Right now, I'm in small step phase. I've been in small step phase since the pandemic really finally was over and I had to regenerate. So I'd say 2 years, 2024, 2025. I truly felt like the pandemic is over and you better get your butt up and running and start moving again. But between 2020 and 2023, there was a ton of habits that were created. My morning routine got completely turned off. Everything, all sorts of bad habits were created, eating habits, weight habits, hydration issues, movement issues, sleep patterns, mental beliefs, spiritual beliefs. All these patterns were created. So, and my goal in the next 3 years is to destroy the patterns that were created in that high pressure, high stakes environment so that I can be better at for myself. And so when I see something like that go viral, I ask a couple questions. One, what do I take from that? Is it something that I think is good for me? Is it something that I think we should share? Is it something that I think we should talk about? Two, how can I implement something in that iteration into my life if I feel like there's a reason why I'm attracted to that, right? Am I attracted just to the shininess of the dude, his physical physique, or am I attracted to the fact that he has a morning routine? At least it's something. It's better than me going back to sleep and then rushing the rest of my day and losing opportunities. And three, what is my evening routine like? When I see morning routine, I question, what is my evening routine like? And should it be better? Am I putting time in with my wife, sitting at the bed and having that time? Or am I still up on the computer at 3 o'clock in the morning because it's tax season? You know what I mean? You got to ask yourself those things. So that's what I take from it. You got any finals on this one?
No, you're right. Just it's whatever your routine should be wherever you make it. Like I have a routine that my routine's a little loose after 5 o'clock, but my thing is I try to make sure that I stop. When my wife gets out of work at 4:30, she hits the door about 5:30. So even if I'm like knee deep in something, I start shutting it down. And our new routine is, a couple of days a week we're going to learn Spanish together. My wife's Spanish, but she don't speak Spanish. So
Mm.
we bought what do you call it? Rosetta Stone. They had a deal where you pay 160 and you get unlimited languages for life. So
Wow.
yeah. So we went with that. So we just started this week. So just about building up routines and what you're gonna do and the one word I got to close this out for routines out of everything you do is consistency. That is the word, consistency. All right. Whatever you choose, you don't have to go 75 hard, but you have to go consistent. You don't have to be Eric Thomas to talk about I get up at 3 in the morning. Yes. I gotta go. I don't sleep. I 4 hours of sleep. Why you sleeping? I hurt my throat doing that. But like
Oh no. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
don't
that's
have to
real.
do that, dude. You don't have to, dude. Like, but whatever choices you make sure you're just being consistent and you're using the proper time of your day to do the right things for your health and for you and for your mental health. All right. So that's all I
Yes.
got, and
Yes.
I'm good.
I agree 100% with you, man. Wellness is important. Wellness encompasses how you feel about yourself. And if your morning routine or you're following someone's morning routine and it's stressing you out and you're feeling like a failure, maybe that's not the routine for you. Maybe it's
Yeah, that's the
50% of
third one.
what they're doing.
That's the
Maybe
third
it's
one.
a whole different thing. But if you're vibing and you're feeling like this is for me, I'm changing my life, I'm seeing a better version of me, congratulations, you've won. Keep it up and don't beat yourself up and don't feel bad if someone thinks that your morning routine is too much or too over the top. Like Ron said, and I agree 100%, in my 20 years of experience, your morning routine needs to be something that you can do consistently.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for joining us for today's show. We're going to have more little snippets. We're going to have more great interviews. We're looking
absolutely.
forward
I
to
enjoyed
having some amazing people. The WNBA season is starting up in May. Ron, you're going to be all over it, right? Shout out to Connecticut. Shout out to
Connecticut
Ron.
Sun.
Shout out to the team. Good luck this year. Uh, Go ahead and take us out.
All right, everyone. I want you to stay awesome, keep stepping to greatness, and be legendary. Thank you for tuning in to Mobility Bros. Have a great day and stay awesome.